The next topic in the third unit is a cyclic prefix. So what is cyclic prefix? Generally, it is named as in CP. For synchronization under OFDM technology, two frequency offsets are being used for known as person fine adjustment. When the start of packet, that is the SOP, takes place in medium, then there will be a short trailing symbol, which the coarse and fine are calculated. To find whether the medium is free, for assess, the mobile has to sense it has the communication, and this process is called clear channel assessment. It is named as CCA. In case that the medium is not ready for mobile, then a delay is produced in the mobile has to wait till the acknowledgement frame. Since the subscribers are orthogonal in OFDM, the overlapping of them is permitted. Thus, carrier multiplexing is used in OFDM. The guard time is made use of in OFDM so that the ISI can be reduced. This is the cyclic extension used to face the problem of intersymbol interference and their intercarrier interference. Thus, a cyclic prefix is nothing but a copy of final part of OFDM symbol, which is prependent to the transmitted symbol. The same is eliminated at the receiver, and before deduction process, the cyclic prefix CP helps to avoid the ISI problem. The CP acts as a guard space with OFDM symbols. Thus, the OFDM technique is effective technique suitable for wireless communication, and OFDM assures no interference due to multi-carrier principle. Though it is sensitive to phase and frequency noises in OFDM, by having the receivers designed carefully and applying design techniques, the OFDM system is made robust to do these noise effects, and it enhances the application area of wireless communication. And the next topic is windowing. The OFDM technique is useful in wired and wireless communication. In spite of several advantages of OFDM, it suffers due to high peak to average power ratio. It is PAPR, because that the PAPR affects the performance efficiency OFDM transmission. A reduction in the PAPR is required for speech synthesis and radar applications. To avoid intercarrier interference, that is the ICI, in multi-carrier modulation, the orthogonality between subcarriers should be maintained. Otherwise, this ICI would reduce the bit error rate, BER, in the system. To maintain the bit error rate performance, peak windowing technique is applied. OFDM is a multi-carrier modulation technique. It offers higher spectral efficiency, multipath delay spread tolerance, and power efficiency. So this is the black diagram for the windowing unit. The OFDM is thus suitable for higher data rate communication. Due to larger number of subscribers, OFDM has a signal ranges with higher PAPR. Hence, then the OFDM passes through a nonlinear amplifier, that the signal gets clipped, so that the clipping leads to degradation of your bit error rate performance and the spectral spreading. To avoid this situation, the amplifier is forced to work its linear region. In case during real time, if the effective peaks emerge in a less than half of window size, then windows may get overlap. So this would lead to degrade in the bit error rate. In OFDM, transmitted peak windowing is applied. The binary input bits are given to mapping unit, the mapped with the complex valued symbols. The mapped signal is S2P converter is then processed in endpoint IFFT section. The output signal is parallel to serial converter, and a guard interval follows it. the signal processed in windowing unit, then a digital to analog conversion also taking place. Then it is a power amplified in amplifier. This is transmitter, and the receiver side, the end the signal and undergoes the reverse process. Also, to reduce out of band radiation due to the high PAPR, the window length should be increased. At the same time, if the window size is too long, it will degrade performance, that is the bigger error rate performance. Some of the window functions like cosine, Kaiser, and Hamming are applied. Generally, Kaiser window is preferred since window length is changeable and spectrum can be shaped. The final topic of the third unit is peak to average power ratio. It is the PAPR. In OFDM technique, multi-carrier modulation is used. So the transmit signal have peak values in its time domain due to multiple subcarrier components are summed through IFT procedures. This leads to higher peak to average power ratio PAPR value when OFDM is compared to single carrier modulations. The higher PAPR would result in issues such as degrading efficiency of your power amplifier. In uplink, it is critical due to less battery power in a mobile, reduces bit error rate performance. So it will be divided into two categories, that the continuous time PAPR for in OFDM signal, that the X of t is given as the ratio of the maximum instantaneous power to the average power. For example, PAPR equal to maximum X of t squared divided by P average. Okay, so where the P average is the average power signal and computed in frequency domain, and X of t is equal to e power omega t. But discrete time PAPR determines the complexity in the digital circuitry. Okay, for example, the PAPR is also defined that the ratio of maximum power occurring to the average power of the OFDM symbol. For digital discrete time, it is the PAPR equal to maximum X of t square divided by E of X of t whole square. Okay, so here that is the E of X of t square is the average power of OFDM symbol. The value of PAPR should be reduced in OFDM transmission so that bit error rate performance will not degrade. Okay, the efficiency of power amplified and hence the uplink performance will increase. Thank you.